broadcast networks utilized, its advertisers, or sponsors. All content is subject to copyright and may not be reproduced in any form without prior written consent by La'Moore Media Versatility. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of Colorful Voices of Sisterhood are for general public information and entertainment purposes only.
Welcome to Colorful Voices of Sisterhood, Season 2, Episode 4. First of all, let me thank all of our followers, our listeners, everyone that subscribe and share. Please don't forget to do that. But thank you all for being with us and just helping us out. This weekend, what did you guys do this past weekend? That was just fun. Anything?
Well, I got a call from United Way as one of the contestants of the lip sync battle.
What?
This coming Friday, please come on over.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm learning 2 songs. I'm so excited.
Are you going to share the songs?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first song that I'm going to do will be Last Dance by Donna Summer.
I'm going to get over and dance with you.
Yes, please.
I love that.
And then the second one is going to be Dancing Queen.
Oh, you got rid of those disco vibes going.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
And dancing African dance.
Well, we will
If
most
you're-
definitely.
What you gonna do? You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
So please come and support United
All right
Way.
now. And so we have different cultures out there just dancing. as
just
you go.
dancing.
Okay.
Actually, we should do that. We should do that one event,
Mhm.
just a different culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, be great to add this to our community.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm free.
You free?
You're free.
What you mean in the
What you mean
free?
by free?
Free from debt, free from...
I don't know about this.
Free.
I'm working on that.
I just learned to live with it.
I just want to move to Africa.
Yeah.
How they gonna give me? Mhm. No, I'm free of divorce, family.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
I never know whether to say congratulations to that or not.
Oh, you know what?
Is
You
that
can
a
say what comes to your mind.
congratulations?
I'm okay with that. I just what we have to learn.
Mhm.
Life come
Mhm.
and go, and I learned so much. I'm so grateful for being married. It's beautiful and stay
Beautiful
married,
children.
You know.
Mhm.
So looking back to learn something from, to
Yeah.
move forward to do better. That's how I see. It's nothing. We are what we're supposed to be.
Mhm.
People come to your life, you create something beautiful, and the beautiful should remain. So we have beautiful child together. We create something great.
Yes.
Which is we're gonna be family for long term.
Mhm.
Nothing any harm. I am.
You're a very strong woman.
Well, life goes on.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does. It
life
does.
goes on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you seem like you have something for me,
And-
Raquel.
No, I was just thinking. I was like, I guess it's a congratulations.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah.
For both of us. For
Mhm.
both of us.
And you know what? And stuff is put in your life to prepare you for something else.
Oh yeah.
So this is definitely a stepping stone to something else for you.
I'm glad you
And
said
she's
that.
not bitter. A lot of
That's
times
right.
people get out of
Yeah.
they're bitter, but
Mhm.
looking at you don't seem to be bitter at all.
Mhm.
Thank you for saying that. People they don't know I was going through a divorce, and for over a year, you guys
Yeah.
know. Sometimes I just go home and cry, and but the end of the day is life goes on.
Mhm.
When I feel the pain, I feel the pain. When I need to cry, I cry, but I don't let that make me look certain way, drive me
Mhm.
down. And I learned so much. I find me the beautiful, and
Yeah,
I am so
that's
grateful
beautiful.
for him. I find me now. I'm working on towards create me the life that I want to create. It's the one that the life that I always wanted for me for my children. So it's blessing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
And to tell the truth, I can't remember what I did this weekend.
Stop the
There's so much
bus.
stuff.
Oh, that's what I was doing. I was stuffing the bus. Yeah, we're collecting
Mhm.
school supplies this weekend. The local Walmart gave us the venue to use. The school system brought the bus out and we stuffed it. So
That's
now
awesome.
we're counting the supplies and they're gonna go right to the school social workers. So
That's beautiful.
Wonderful.
but it
program.
was hot, guys.
Oh my gosh,
It
it was
was
hot.
hot out there.
And these storms that are coming up.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
But with me personally, I'm just celebrating because this is my birthday month.
Oh,
Yeah.
So on the
How
19th,
you
I'll be
sing?
58 years old on the 19th.
yes.
Yes. And so
They always say, what do you want? Nothing. I just want to live. I want to be healthy. I want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know, material stuff now, I think I'm past all the material
Yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, my husband said you got 3 closet full of clothes and you don't even wear them. So material stuff, it's just being happy.
Yeah.
Like I love to now just go to the water and just sit there.
Mhm.
You know, I don't need
Good
anything.
for you.
You know, I tell my family, if you want to do anything, just support Divine Seeds of Hope, which is my
Yeah.
nonprofit, because I want to get on that.
Yeah. But something else happens on the 19th of August.
Yes.
Someone is getting the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow. This one to both families.
Yeah.
They're both music.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank
No.
you.
It's such an
Presidential
honor because
award.
you don't go out to do work to receive awards.
Yeah.
And when you get it, you're like, wow, you don't never know who's looking at you. you know?
Yeah.
But I'm
And you
humbly
mentioned that
grateful.
you didn't even know who
No, I don't even know who
nominated
nominated me.
Yeah.
People
So-
watch, people look.
You know what? I
know.
would say to that, people are watching. And also what you guys did is you guys setting for the next generation
Yes.
to come to follow you guys.
Yeah.
That's a great
And
example.
this is a
ladies
great
and
example.
gentlemen.
And
Yes.
I am one of them that I'm walking.
I want to be like you both when I grow up.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
But you know what? You just work from your heart or
Yes.
what you can contribute. That's all I do.
That's it. That's
Same
it.
to say.
That's all you can do.
I know after Hurricane Florence is when me and Diana got really,
Yes.
really close on making sure the outlier communities or people in our rural areas were getting the help they needed. So,
You guys step up.
and we've been trucking together ever since.
Yes. And we're gonna keep on until we can, but
That's
let's go.
great. So
Yeah.
But today, we're gonna talk about teenagers and women in crisis.
Mhm.
But before we go into that, I was just looking up and said our hot topic. I don't know whether you guys saw that where the former Family Feud guy, Timothy, gets life for his wife murder. Did you guys see that?
I saw it.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you know that's a form of crisis. So they're on Family Feud. And when I'm thinking Family Feud, I'm thinking feuding. But they
Yeah.
was just really on
On
the game show.
The game
But
show.
they
Yeah.
come up there with crisis.
Oh
you know,
my.
Yes.
One
And
of
they've
the-
been estranged, right? Since they've been separated. And
Yes.
he actually went to her home. And they found her later that afternoon because she didn't pick up the children.
Yes. He killed her
Shot
in the
multiple
home.
times. Shot multiple
One of the
times.
questions that I Steve Harvey asked was, "What was the biggest mistake you made at your wedding?"
Mm,
And he said, "I do."
mm.
Is that you think that's
just
a
like a
warning sign?
stab in the
Do you think
heart
that's
right
like
there.
that?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
National TV.
And he played it off like he was joking.
Yes.
But it was not.
But
Yes.
I'm thinking that's not the case.
No.
But Steve told him, "Gonna have a lot of hell to pay at home."
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one. Oh,
She wasn't. I did not watch that episode, but was the wife there? No.
Yes, she was on.
Oh,
the show.
was she on the show there?
Yeah.
So what happened was, people what we practice behind the door. I say that
Mhm.
often comes out
Mm-hmm.
because the true yourself sometimes you cannot help it. It just comes out.
Yeah.
And even though we're trying to be a perfect family, we're trying to show what people want to see.
Yeah.
Sometimes the natural of us comes out. So that's what happened. And I would really encourage for parents or marriage or relationship go through domestic violence.
Yes.
Please do you a favor. All right. Do you a favor. If things it doesn't not work, do not try to force to make it work.
Mm.
Listen inner self and be honest because I experienced. I'm saying this from my own experience. If it's really not working for you, and you know it's not going to work. If it's children or you're still trying to have family and sit down, is always way to do right. It doesn't have to be violence. I don't want to cry. You can go your way and loving and caring for each other. Now he's going to jail for the rest of his life, and she lost her life. And the children,
Now, see, there's children
Yeah.
involved.
so that's what I'm
So the
saying.
crisis-
The children that did not choose to be here, now they suffer, and they're not having their father and mother. And I'm asking you, listen to inner self, look at your situation. If it's not working, please do not make it work.
Why
And
can't they
just-
just walk away?
That's what I'm saying. And still you can
Is
walk away with
killing
love.
someone a satisfaction?
No, it's just
I
anger.
think it might come down to anger, passion. I mean, just the heat of the
Assumption,
moment.
just that.
Or it's the rejection
Mhm.
that finally, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be separated or
over.
divorced.
Mhm.
It's over.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
It
Okay,
is
I'd better.
always life. Always is life. If it's after divorce, after whatever crisis we go in life, we go for a reason. Because you separate, you divorce, it does not mean you guys' relationship will end, especially if you have children. Do yourself favor so you don't end up in jail and ending up hurting someone. And also, you do not want to set the example of your children that they're gonna take it to their family, the next generation. And it's real.
It is real.
Oh, it's real. It happens.
The
It happens
domestic
every
violence.
day.
And sometimes we
Mhm.
stay. I am one of I ended. We stay because we're trying to make it work. But the voice I knew is not gonna work. But I wanted just for the child. And please.
But in saying that, Fetihya, does it, and we're talking about crisis, does you think that it could have put your children in crisis
Oh
of
yeah.
staying there?
Yeah,
through
of course.
that domestic.
They see that. They see that. And then you create another trauma for your child.
Mm.
Then you have to deal with that until they get to a certain age. Then they're gonna go to their own life, the generation, and they're gonna repeat what mom or dad what they saw. So we do not wanna live something that behind is gonna hurt continuously. And I truly, sincerely, I will ask, you can love someone. If they're not healthy, you can walk away because it's very important.
Because it affects not just you, it affects the children as well.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot of resources out there for that. Like we have our own also women's center that is a shelter for domestic violence or sexual assault. And the numbers went up during COVID.
It does. It did.
It went up drastically during COVID. And I'm thinking because everybody was enclosed.
It's the same house.
Yeah, same house for a
They
long
get
period
tired
of
of each
time.
other.
Yeah, but you never know who's abusive. It could be your neighbor, it could be, a principal at a school.
Right.
You don't know who's abusing their spouse or their
Special
children.
people in high standards sometimes can be abusive because everybody thinks that person won't do it. So a lot of times it's people that, make good money or in political standings or lawyers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they're instead nobody won't listen. And then, the person that's crying out for help can't get that
Can't
help.
get the help.
And I'm glad you guys say that. Sometimes I have a meeting with different domestic violence people. Sometimes they stay because the time they put in the marriage or relationship. You see, because he made this much. Because of me, I made him this. And now I cannot walk away easily. And then somebody else is going to come. You see the mentality we're thinking because it's something behind, like many will say, I built her to become who she is. And now it's hard for me to let her go, even though I don't have any healthy towards her. And women do the same thing. I sit down with like people go through like that. I say, so if you gone today, if you leave this earth, everything that you think you built or you might have with him, it will be behind somebody you thinking your insecurity is gonna take. So I would advise walk away. You can rebuild everything. You can still love that person, but you can let them go. You don't have to be hurt for us to let it go something.
You think it was warning signs?
It's a lot we ignore sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be truthful to ourselves. Like for me, I cannot speak for
You're in denial.
people.
Yeah.
I
In
cannot
denial.
really speak for anybody except my own experience because I walked that. For me, this is my second marriage, and I had children. I had 2 marriage. One I was younger. What family will say? How I would be reviewed as very young and having children, you see. So that kept me stay. So I have to give it to what other children they didn't have. Try to give it to the one, the little one. And I was being in denial. I was being trying to make it work, something that I knew it's not gonna work.
Yeah. And I remember Fetihya, you was talking about the youngest, how he became almost angry towards you a lot of times when he would see you. So I'm thinking that it already started that impression.
Yeah,
That's
because
how
that's what he saw.
mom.
That's what he saw. And again, I will kindly ask for men, and please, when you're raising a young boy, be careful how you treat a woman around them. Because if they go to school, the majority they are women. So young men, they see in the house the father's not respecting the mom. They're gonna go to school if they disrespecting. And just prepare. We should prepare our children how to be treated for men and women. Women raise young men to become a husband someday, and so for men. And it's just that we have to be mindful of things that we do around people, around our children. We have to set the example. This shows issues of what they had issues before they came.
Yeah.
Some people screaming inside. They're asking for help, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah. And a lot of times it comes to just being a scary step in a person's life to leave that security behind and stepping out with nothing. I mean, you're starting all over. You've got to find a place to live. You got to buy everything.
I know that, but guess what? It's just material. She's gone.
Yeah.
What is the material? This is how I see life. If you're gone, you're gone. People cry for you for a few days. Then guess what? Even your own children forget you.
Yeah.
They're going to go on with their life. So every material you can see, it can be replaceable. But the hurt, the life, you cannot replace life after it's gone.
So in saying that, let me ask this, talking about teenagers and women in crisis, what happens when a woman is in crisis seeking help, but the police and stuff don't get involved and don't help her? Because I'm pretty sure there was times where you was asking for help, but nobody would help you. How did you handle it?
I was not working 6 years. So when this happened to me, and I have to get what they call a lawyer. Of course, they don't do the best, but when I go there, they really there, but they really did not help it.
What, a court appointed?
Yeah, when I went to court, he was just there. I looked at him. I said, respectfully, you're not doing your job. And he was upset with me because I touched his ego. He felt like I was...
To your lawyer?
Yeah, my lawyer. Because he felt like I'm doing this for free and I can give you any service I can.
He's not putting his...
No, he was there like... They continued 10 times. 10 times. I was there. 10 times he let them continue. So what I'm trying to say is the system is there. They say they help, but what I saw, it was not there. And one of my friends came with me. She cried, like, I swear, she said, you are strong. I don't know how you handle. Because this is my fight. This is not your fight. It's my fight. And I fired him right there.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
I said, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to help me, you get paid. They will pay you, but I'm not paying you. If not, you're not here to present me. You don't have to help me. But I would like to say something to sisters, since we talk about young ladies. Learn your value.
Yeah, that's
Men,
important.
learn your value and take your responsibility, the part that you play, not what he did. Every person, when they come to life, they show what you tell them in the front. But the real comes out when you start living with them. When you start seeing who they really are, kindly walk away. Don't settle your value because you want to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. Learn your value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take responsibility. Change you. Don't try to change men. That's sometimes us. We think if I am, this is what we do. If I'm nice, he will change. If I'm this, it will change. If I'm that, we find way to try to make someone change. You cannot change people. They have to change.
I always think that there is something to that. I used to hear my parents say, if you marry somebody that want to seclude you away from family and take you away, that's always a warning sign.
Red flag. Mm-hmm.
That's not
But how do you get that to a teenager that think they're in love, and the person is pulling them away from family, just steady pulling them away? How do you do that? What can you do?
that happened to me. I've been pulled. The beginning was not like that. Don't talk to your family. Don't talk to this. Don't. I thought for me, and again, I'm judging myself where I was in my second marriage and child, and maybe I'm the one need to change. If I do those things, I will have better marriage, my second marriage. So that was my assumption. So as a wife, and then you go biblically, and if you go to the belief system, you will say you follow what your husband say. So I was trying to capture that to be a good wife, which is I did.
But actually, it's against your will to do that.
Yeah, I mean, so for me,
But you just go along with it.
yeah, I'm like, just, maybe I'm the one you change. Now I have this man that showed to be who he's, what I'm saying? Like, maybe let me change me. Let me do this way. So it's not, someone loves you, really truly loves you. They accept you. They might not agree with your behavior, things that you do, and disrespectful. But they accept you for who you are and meet you where you are. And like I say, young ladies, they should just it's good to love. I mean, oh my God.
Do you think that we can at some point start doing classes? I love to include classes on dating, on warning signs, on things that we can look for. Because with your culture, I'll probably look at that scripture totally different. As far as in marriage, because I believe it you come in as a partnership. But sometimes you marry somebody or get in a relationship and they are the one that has all the money, or they're the one that's doing all the work. You think you become subject to whatever they say. You lose yourself.
Because see, it's like you became the prisoner.
It's like more is that prisoner for me is at the time. Then later on, I started like seeing like what I'm doing, because since I was child, always trying to make things away. I run away and providing for my family. It's not. I was just trying to be obedient for my husband. I was trying to be the wife that this is my second, so I have to do everything that I'm supposed to. And that was my focus. That's what I say, this is it for me. And this is the one that I'm going to give my son, father and mother, so he can have that, because my two children, they didn't have. So I sacrifice that. Say, and I trust he will lead us and guide us as the husband. And then when I start seeing more emotionally and mentally, then I say, you know what? And I felt this is not right.
But-
The-
Do you feel you changed who you was
oh yeah, I lost
to
me.
fit into?
Yeah, I really lost me big time.
Mhm.
And even though before I was trying to find me, then when I get to this, I've just like lost everything. Like,
Mhm.
okay, now it's not even I will never forget my daughter. One time we were eating dinner. She said, I don't know who you are anymore.
Oh wow.
You're not you.
Mm.
No,
Now,
she said, like, you're not
saying
you.
that statement, what do you think has affected her in seeing all that you went through?
Because she didn't have
She's
my
in
voice.
crisis.
No, my voice. Not
Mhm.
anymore. I remember we were at the table. He said something to speak to me. And she said, she was 9 years old at the time. She said, my mom should have voice too. Because I didn't say anything.
So she knew at 9 that
Yeah,
what
no,
he was doing was wrong
Yeah.
and how he's treating you.
Mhm.
She said, my mom.
Children
and
are observant.
Yeah, I mean, those is a regret that I, as mom, and I felt like I didn't protect emotionally, say no, because I'm supposed to show her how to respond to certain things that's not okay, that not disrespecting.
Right.
And I felt at the time it was trying to respect him so they can respect him. You see?
Mm-hmm.
But in
That
that
is-
she saw how he behaved towards you,
You.
and she didn't have any respect
Respect
for
for
yeah.
him. So my intent was, if I say something of them as a stepfather, they're not gonna respect him. So I didn't say anything to respect him so they can respect, but they already saw that immediately this is not okay, even that age.
Yeah.
So during that time, were you scared to be alone? Because of course you have 3 children.
It's not for me, it's never scared to
Be alone.
alone, because again, my background, the way I grew up, it prepared me to be alone, you know. But it was judgmental, judgment.
Mhm.
That was my
on yourself. Towards yourself.
myself and what my family they would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you
That's-
think about, I mean, just think of all the women that are in crisis, that are in positions like that. I just couldn't imagine. I mean, because me and Johnny, we got a really great marriage, and obviously we get our ups and downs. You know, we argue, we whatever.
We
That's the
all
fun
are.
part.
We all are.
That's yeah. Then making up. But
Even Lamar is smart. That's right.
It's the roughness. You heard what I said, the roughness. I'm like, Lamar's so like
Take it slow, guys.
But I know, for example, my cousin, gosh, I love her dearly. We grew up, we were best friends. Everybody who knows me knows who I'm talking about. But she was in a relationship with an individual. They had 1 child together. He was abusive, so she left him. He ended up kidnapping her. Took her to a state park. He was with another girl too. This girl absolutely was terrified because she was forced to do stuff too. Raped, beaten, left there in the park naked. She still suffers from anxiety, panic attacks. I mean, especially driving. She don't drive because he used to follow her, and she was trying to get away in her car. And there was nothing anybody could do because nothing had happened. They wait until something happens.
That's it.
And
It's
she
always
was
that
in
way.
the hospital fighting for her life. You know, and she was terrified of him because he used to follow her around.
He obsessed.
So
but
there's
they
something
consist-
that's another law to me. Something needs to come in place
Something needs to happen about that
before, not
before something
Yes.
happens.
So that's why I'm trying to. One of my friends is going through similar. Now I dearly love her. I told her that again. It comes to when you build, especially when you've been together someone for a long time and you didn't have it. Now you have together, and especially for a woman, I made him to be like this man and all that. I'm like, girl, if you gone, you will have another woman too. Sometimes you don't have to be gone for him to have other woman.
That's true.
He already exists now.
And
Just
he
you
did
don't
it
know.
once.
Yeah.
So we have to have this. We have to be really truthful to ourselves. That's why I'm trying to say to her, like, be what is really your voice is telling you. She's getting sick, and she cannot do much for herself right now because of the fear of how what he will
stole everything.
do. He's doing now without you not going.
Yeah. If an individual hits you, cheat on you, leave.
If men put your hands on you, it's done. That's what we
Don't
should learn,
wait.
woman.
I think
If
it's
men
physical,
put-
mentally, spiritually abuse. But you said one thing you was worried about what family would say. I think a lot of times people stay in crisis because of what people would say.
Would say.
But do you know people gonna talk whether you stay or leave? People know more about your business sometimes than you do.
Yeah,
So
I
They
was-
but
see
you
stuff
think
that
about
you try to hide.
yes,
yeah.
but if you got children, so what are you actually teaching your
Situation.
children?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't want for people. I was that. I'm just being, hey, I cannot give you other people example when I was part of it, when I was that. And it did not feel right to when we go places. Oh my God, we are the cute couple. I felt like I was trophy. I said,
Trophy wife.
I said, I'm not 1,000 woman, but this is what I say. Like little kid, when they have fit, I'm not going nowhere. I said, I'm done being
Yeah.
trophy. I
Well,
said,
especially he treated
Yes.
you well out in front of
Yeah.
everybody,
Oh
but
my
then at
God.
home
they
behind
call
closed
me.
doors.
Sometimes people see me. They think that I was spoiled because the way I dress, the way I walk, and the way I present myself. Oh, look what I'm like. If you just know, to
No
me,
matter.
if
I'm
you
crying
just
inside.
know, yeah, exactly. If you just know, you will not wish to have my life right now.
Yeah.
This is what, sisters, please, do you see two cute couples? Don't fall. Don't wish to have nobody life. Create
Right.
your own life.
Yeah.
That's good.
No,
The life
seriously.
you want.
Yeah, the life. That's what
Everybody is different in what they want in life.
exactly. First, I was like trying to find me. Now, okay, I know wherever. I didn't know where is my trauma start. Why I'm so numb. This person called me. I was numb.
He what?
He
Numb.
called me numb. Like
Oh, he
everything.
called
He was
you
numb.
numb.
So
Oh.
that is when really hit me so hard, and I start questioning why I'm
Mhm.
repeating this, because I find myself every 6 years, 7 years in the same situation. Like, why? So now I find me. I want to create me the life I want. And I truly, for young sisters that I see some sisters like say young teenager, if I find rich man, I don't have to work. I just look to her.
It's not too late.
It hurts.
It's
It
not too late
hurts
to rebuild your life.
That's right.
It hurts me when she say that. I say, you do not want to marry a rich man to make your life. You make your life perfect.
Mhm.
You do not look for anyone to come to your life to make your life perfect.
Mhm.
If you want to be messy, be a messy alone.
Mhm.
And that is what I really want for the young generation, especially for young lady. That, and again, the culture tell you that you have to marry. If it's our culture, they tell you if your man love you, you don't have to love him back for you to marry him. Love will come. I refuse to accept that. I want to love the way he loves me, even more.
Well, you know, when people say that, I always think about Tina Turner's song "What Love Got to Do
Oh,
with It."
yeah.
Because I think love is based on sometimes too much of an emotion,
Mhm.
you know.
no logic.
But because it should not be where you're physical and mental abuse. And sometimes I watch women; they're actually in the shadow of their husband. They're speaking what he's saying, and I'm like,
Thank
have you
you.
studied that
Yeah, thank you.
yourself? Because me and my husband, after 35
right.
years, we've been together probably 41. But 35 years, there's some time he don't like me, I don't like him. You know,
yeah.
but we never got to the point where we was abusive. And then I talked to my girls and my son about relationships.
Yeah.
So they would know. Now you go out there and make your own choices, ain't I told you. Because there's so many people take the Bible and they twist it. Because the Bible also says, Father, don't provoke your children to wrath. That means don't push them to go out there to do stuff. to be rebellious as well, so that you can take that word and make it fit
Right.
your situation if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's one thing I want to say. I was with a lot of young girls, I put them in self-defense
Mm-hmm.
because I
That's
think
right.
that it teaches discipline, but it also teaches you how you can be observant. Tell my daughters all the time on that cell phone, just walking, what's your surroundings?
Yeah.
You need to know your surroundings. You need to be able to protect. There's warning signs.
Yeah.
There is warning signs in everything that we just have to become observant of that warning sign.
Yeah, but sometimes we ignore. We don't want to see it
Yeah.
because
And I
it's
think
we are
that's what
crowd
the
with something
point is.
else.
You got to teach yourself to pay attention.
Actually practice what's the warning signs. You know, listen at different things.
Yeah.
What's going on. Yeah.
You have to be smart to look for those signs. You have to be
Yeah.
smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that.
Yes.
You can do bad all by yourself.
That's
There's
what I was
there's a lot of old songs out that make sense. I can do bad all by myself. I
Yeah.
don't need no help
Don't
to
need
do
no
bad
help
by
to do
myself.
that.
And that's vice versa, you know, men and women. Because some men go through a lot.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
abuse as well.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as women, but it's too much because, you know, looking at teen in crisis, I think a lot of times that's why they started retracting back by themselves. So what do we do? Kind of help.
Yeah. I mean, the suicide rate
Oh my gosh.
right now is just high, especially for teenagers. You know, my cousin just lost her son to suicide on Friday. You know, fighting with his significant other, went outside and shot himself. Too. She witnessed it. No
Oh my
mother,
gosh.
no mother should have to witness that from her child. You know, can you imagine the hopelessness, the helplessness that she's feeling, and probably, you know, from here until the rest of her days, how she's going to feel.
She's still over and over in her head. Replay that. What else could I have done to stop
To
that?
stop that. Yeah.
I wonder what comes in their mind before they do that. I mean, you know, you can just imagine.
I mean, that's just something that you can't take back. You know, some people get mad and they punch the wall.
Yeah.
You know, they probably would have acted differently if they had a gun. You know, which next week could be our topic on gun violence. We'll go into that subject. But a lot of the stuff is just related. The
Yes.
mental health, the stress, you know, the upbringings, people, the
finances.
the finances, the missing, the full family concept. You know, a lot of kids are coming up with only the mother or only the father. And I really believe you need both, because both of them provide a perspective that a child needs.
But you know, back in the older days, there was a lot of single parents, grandmothers just raising. They had a foundation. They had boundary. They had structure. I just believe there's a lot of structures just gone out now. You know,
Yeah.
I was
That's why
17. They had to be home at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now these kids come home 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Then, you know, you got to ask, why is the grandmothers raising the grandchildren?
And they're young. They're probably 35, 40.
Oh.
I mean, as a grandmother raising, you know, another kid.
Yeah, you've already raised your children.
That is
Breaking generation curses.
Curse.
I have a shirt like that. Breaking generation curses.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what can we do? And there's so much stuff out there. You can go get condoms and stuff free.
Free.
Which, you know, I want to talk about absent. You know, what, you know, to keep your body. But if you can't, it's free. It's in every store. You can go get it.
Yeah.
I mean, the government is just pushing these things to this stuff. If you're giving free stuff,
You're trying to help prevent some stuff.
Yeah.
something needs to be done.
Because
Really,
some of them, I mean, really,
something needs to be done.
yeah. Yeah. But when you're looking at teenagers in crisis, they don't have, their minds aren't fully developed like an adult is. So when they respond to something, they're not thinking it all the way through. So how do we prevent that from them escalating from being upset at something to processing it to making sure that they know there's an end in sight? Where, you know, with suicide, it gets to the point of suicide, that means they didn't have no other way
hope.
to get around that. Yeah, no hope to get
hope.
out of that problem that they perceive as being the worst thing that could happen to them.
Yeah, because they, when you don't experience a lot of hardship, suffering,
But
the family, community,
didn't but experience that.
yeah,
though.
so that's what I'm saying.
But
That's what I'm trying to say.
don't.
That's what I'm trying to say. When you don't have surround you that dealing, if you don't see people dealing with different issues, where are you gonna get that from? So my daughter, she's really, she told me last year, she said, if it was other person, you would have suicide. She was 14 when she said that to me last year because she watched me going through from her own dad to different. She said, "Mom, you're really strong." For her, she was trying to build me. But I said with her, reason I have those coping skill because I've been through, right? So it prepared me for something like that. So I'm trying to say for here, children, they don't see that often. Or if even people have been there, they don't show that.
So now you become a voice.
Yeah.
You talk more about your experience, but you also find the help that's needed. Because I was listening at a document, it was saying that we have to ask hard questions.
Oh, it's
Sometimes
necessary.
about that. We have to ask those hard
We
questions.
must
You
have
can't
to
be
talk
afraid
about.
to ask them questions.
Yes, we must. I am a big advocate of speaking of things that is hard to talk about. That's the one that is going to give you a life.
You need
It
to write a
release
book.
you.
Yeah, definitely. I tell her all the time she needs to.
Oh, but I have to have ending.
Yeah.
I have to have ending.
You
I found my ending. I found my ending.
a young girl that I think it was last year that she was like I know she wasn't Miss America, but she committed suicide in New York City. Do y'all remember her?
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
she's black.
She was black.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Miss USA.
What she
Miss
do?
USA
What happened?
committed suicide.
Oh,
From the 9th floor or something
Yes.
like that. From a building.
Oh, she survived.
Mental.
No, she
mental
died.
illness.
She committed suicide. So what was it? The pressure of life that she felt like she had to keep competing. Did she, it's like in my head, I'm thinking, what was it? The next step? Did she think I wasn't good enough? Now that I made this, how do I do this?
Or heartbroken, maybe,
Or-
that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And we seen crowns taken from somebody. You
Yeah.
seen that.
That's another
Yeah.
thing. People that really get to the pressure, anxiety is trying to compete with other people's life. Please, you do not have to compete nobody's life. You really don't. We're not here to compete with anyone. We're all here to serve.
That's
Yeah.
one thing I like about Colorful Voices. Because remember in the beginning, y'all was like, I was like, I'm not wearing no makeup. This is me taking hands. I am. Remember we went through all that?
Yeah.
Because
Be
it was
comfy.
that. You got to learn how to become comfortable in your skin.
Yes, right.
To know who you are.
Yeah, we can put up our, feet up like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like Raquel.
I want to kick my
Because
shoes
we're learning who we are.
It's my high heel, but yeah, I think that everybody should be themselves. You are created to be you. You cannot be anybody but you. Guess what? When you do that, that's what things happen.
So how do we get to our teens? How do we get to our young people to help them? Is there something that we can do to help?
Yeah, I think we can.
We're actually talking about
Yeah, we
maybe
are.
putting up what kind of a workshop once a month. We'll come up with different,
And
topics.
other thing we can do for the teenager, share your own experience with them because they have to see someone went through. You cannot
Yeah.
sit there and
What-
just listen. They're like you've been all perfect through to your life. You have never done anything. You never been rebellious and all that. No, you have to share with them really. And now when they see you, okay, it's hope. I'm not.
And their
I'm not.
support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go through stuff. When the age change,
Yeah.
they already have that.
Mhm.
That's okay. But if you sit down with them, say, "Hey, you are not alone." Every
have some.
teenager go through.
Yeah.
Now, like
Even
Mr.
older
Rodney,
people.
Yeah.
Rodney Johnson, he does a program with the young men, and it's amazing. And I keep telling people, support him because he's working with these young men. Mario Harris, the people that's working with these young people, your models, support. Find out what you can do to help support.
Yeah.
Because this generation come behind us. We need them.
Oh,
We
most
need
definitely,
them.
they are the future.
Yes.
They
future
are
leaders.
Yes.
We are preparing them for them to become.
Mhm.
So we must have to be a really good example. And life is not perfect. Things happen.
Yes.
There's always a way to do right. Another thing I really learned is correction. I know some people, they don't like to be corrected. I think without correction, we're not going to grow.
Yeah. Because they feel like they're being rejected.
It's not only rejected. Some people, when they have certain things, they feel like they should not be corrected because of the experience, education. Or it can be anything. Or if they are boss, they think that you cannot correct your boss. He can talk to you however he wants, which is no, we're not doing this. I believe with correction, that's when we develop the best character. The correction has to come from love and compassion and care.
But if we start when they're young.
Yes,
Very
you start
young.
when they're young, because you're talking about open-mindedness. You know, there's a lot of people that aren't open-minded about a lot of stuff. You know, I know when you talk about leadership, and to be a leader is inspiring others to do something by your actions. So I think it really shows something when you have a boss that is willing to listen to his employees or her employees to better himself, because overall it's going to affect everybody. When a boss is unable to do that or take criticism,
That's
Ego.
Yeah,
Big ego.
yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't think I would want to work with somebody who's like that.
That is a true statement. So, because there's a difference between a leader and a boss.
That's right.
And
I
a leader
think
and a
of-
follower. Yeah.
That's true.
Also,
But to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower.
yes, all the
Yeah.
leaders, they were followers. They were following,
And also willing to listen.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Because
That's why you got
remember-
2 ears and only one mouth.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
Why
right.
so much listening and less talking?
yes. Also, it's good to some people respect you because of your title. You don't not want people to respect you because of your title. You want people to respect you because you're a main human being. Because you deserve to be respected when you carry yourself, you know. So we do not want to live the life that, what about if things is taken away from you? Then what? If you're bragging or you think that you can talk to people any way you want, if that title been taken away from you, who are you?
Yeah, because your name follow you even after death. Because people
Exactly.
say, you remember this one,
Yes.
and you can remember them whether good or bad.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
So those all leadership, they were like
Yeah.
Martin and Gandhi, Mr. Mandela, all because why? Something they left. They left something behind to be remembered.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know,
So
a
more-
pathway was to follow.
Yeah. So when you talk about, especially our teenagers, because I really think of them, because, you know, being a teenager is tough.
It is.
It's even tough now, I think, when I was growing up. But I think that mentorship, like Diana mentioned, goes a long ways. If we
Does.
could get more men out there to do mentoring for our young men, to teach them. More ladies to go out there and do mentorship for our young ladies so they could learn
Yes.
from that. I mean, but then that's really time. You got to dedicate your time.
Yes.
I mean, and I think a lot of people aren't willing to do that.
Yes.
They are not willing to do that.
But you know, it's amazing. If somebody done it for us,
Yes.
you know,
Give
why
time.
not give back? 1
Yeah.
hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be 1 hour.
And it
Go
can make
to the
a
school.
difference in
Yes.
someone's
It's not.
life.
It's not every time. I mean, once a week, maybe, or once a month. Yeah, it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
It does.
Yeah, we will do that. We must have to create that if we have we give our and
Yeah,
it's
let's
something
do
that we
that.
have to develop.
Mentoring workshop. Let's do
Yeah.
that once a month at least.
And partner up because there's people that's
There's
already
people that
got
are
it.
doing them.
Just partner up with them. What can we do to
They
help?
need help.
You know, because I followed Rodney Johnson because I just love his leadership that he's doing with these young boys, and it's beautiful to see them, and they're so respectful out.
Yes.
What can I do to help you?
Yeah.
You know, that's where I look at it. Young girls as well, because they're starting a program with the young ladies
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. But it needs to go everywhere. You
And
know?
then, especially when I'm thinking of the young ladies, because, you know, when they're competing with the image that's out there on social media, on the videos, on the movies, how they portray young ladies. I mean, some of the movies I watch, there's no way our young ladies dress like that in high
No.
school. There's no way. Why am I going to a formal shop and there is a little skinny cloth up there and that's supposed to be the prom dress?
Right.
No.
Come on now. Right.
Wow.
We need people to teach the ladies to be respectful about themselves. You can still be elegant and beautiful,
Yes.
but keep your body covered.
Mhm.
So I think we really need to get back to that, really having females respect themselves.
Because you would stay single because no husband want every man to see everything their wife got.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Vice
This
versa.
will
You
be
know.
another topic for next.
Yeah, no. Topic. But I do want to mention the suicide and crisis hotline
Yes.
that is out there in the United States. It's 988. So anytime, no matter your age, teenager, young adult, older, elder, if you're in crisis, you just dial 988. There's someone that's trained on the other side to really help you through your crisis and provide the resources you need. Because the last thing anybody wants is to lose you. And like I said, my cousin, my best friend growing up is going through that right now, where she lost her son, that no one would ever think they would lose someone
Yes.
they love like that.
That's tough. Tough pill to swallow there.
Yeah. If it's not working, please just leave.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
leave. Material things it can't replace.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to be happy. Walk
Oh,
away.
everybody
Mhm.
deserves to be happy.
Yeah.
But the question is, do we really want?
Yeah. But if a
Yes.
person isn't feeling happy, we got to make sure we get them to where they're, so someone can help them,
Yeah.
because it might be medical, it might be medical. might
And there
be
is help out
physical,
there.
And there's help out there.
Yes.
There's
Because
help out there.
now when I say how are you doing, I'm gonna stop because I want to know how you
I want
doing.
to know. I truly want to know.
Yeah. Truly want to know.
I know.
I tell you.
But 988 is easy 3 digits to remember.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
someone's in crisis.
So are we drawing subscribers?
Yes,
Followers
this is
today?
for the $50.
Oops.
And these are the ones that have signed up for the YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. Our
And there's a
YouTube
lot
channel.
of them right here.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
It's
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is everybody who has subscribed to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get our views up. So thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. So who wants to pick?
This is the $50 cash.
$50
Okay.
cash. Okay.
Well, I just want to say that if you live around in the Philippines or Spain or Dubai or wherever you are, if you are the winner, we will send this to you as
With this one?
Catch up.
No, not cash App, but
Oh.
Western Union.
Western Union.
Western Union.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay. Here we go. Drum rolls.
Here we go. $50 cash is the winner is Cherise Linogon.
Congratulations. Thank you for subscribing.
Subscribing. Yeah.
And if you have not subscribed yet, go to YouTube, code for Voices of Sisterhood, and subscribe.
We need you.
Wow.
Thank you for being with
Yes.
us. Please don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. Take care of yourself.
And next week's topic is gun violence. So again, thank you for tuning in. Get ready for next week's topic. It's going to be, I'm sure, a heated discussion in
Yeah.
a whole confined space.
Yes.
Well,
This
see
is
ya.
great.
All
This
right.
was great.
So the question of today,
Um,
what do you have to do to be a great leader? What do you have to do to be a great leader? And we
That's
will
the
see you
question.
guys again next week. Thank
next
you.
week.
Thank you.
At La'Moore Media Versatility, we aim to provide comprehensive solutions to our clients. We have a team of experienced professionals who can help you with every aspect of your media needs. From documentation and marketing to promotion and more, we provide our clients with top-notch quality services. We understand that each client is unique and has specific needs. That's why our team works closely with you to understand your company and event goals and objectives. We are committed to providing the highest quality services in media and strive to exceed our clients' expectations. Our team is passionate about helping you reach your goals and making sure you get the best experience and results. If you're looking for a reliable business to help you with all your media needs, look no further than La'Moore Media Versatility. Contact us today to get started at 252-497-3817 or at www.lamoore.com.